Welcome. Thanks for joining part 2 of the Accelerated Demo Workshop, part of our Road to Repeatability video training series. This is a 3-part series. This is part 2. In the first part we just covered some of the changes that were going on in the marketplace, how you need to adjust. Part 2 is going to get a little bit deeper into the tool and the technology. We will review the dynamic demo engine. We'll review some of the technologies that we use to streamline the demo process. And then we'll do a high-level review of the steps. We'll actually walk through kind of beginning to end from storyboard to actually creating something so that you can understand the mechanical steps that take place. So the dynamic demo engine is an Excel file with some macros in it that give us some of the capability for some of the integration things that we have. There's a couple different ways that we can deploy it. One is the pre-sales workbench, and that's in the image, and that allows us to select, configure the demo in the selector, and then that configures the shortcuts in the tool, and then calls an integration services script to push that over to Dynamics GP. We also update the demo library to mirror the same steps that we've selected in the selector for some of the recorded content that would have some audio and some demo script associated. And then the third step is it configures a video playlist and tutorial in an email, sends over a demo script, a vCard, and then creates an appointment for us automatically. So that's the pre-sales workbench, and it's connected to the image and knows that how to push the pre-configured content over. The sales workbench is essentially the same tool, but it's not in the image. It's designed for your desktop, and it does all the same except step 1, it doesn't actually talk to the live image. So that's just a configuration setting in the tool that determines whether it's going to go over and update the live image. We really want to support both methods of deployment, that being in the image. Of course, you'd have to have the image in running, and then just on your desktop, and there all you'd need would be access to the the recorded content and some of the library content that we have for DemoMate. Let's take a quick peek at the demo. Alright, let's start in the image. So here I am in the Dynamics GP image. There's a few things I want to set up before I do the demo. Here I am in Dynamics GP, and you notice there are no shortcuts here. We're going to populate them automatically from the tool. Here is the tool. So this is the Microsoft Dynamic Demo Engine. And you notice here in the middle we have the demo scene selector. So we have 20 or so pre-built demos. We also have the ability for a partner to bring in some of their own demos, import them in from Dynamics GP. So if you have your own demo you like, you can bring that over. I'm just going to select a few of these for our demo here. When I select it, here I selected the intro demo. There's 20 steps associated with that, and that might be 40 minutes or so to actually spend a little bit of time in each one of those steps. I'm going to add a few items in here, the overview demo and a quick financial, and I'm going to add a manufacturing, so of course that'll be a little bit bigger. So that gives us 54 steps. We count the steps, and you can reduce those. We also will calculate the time for you. Down the bottom here in the light blue, you notice we have some text for the priorities, and these will actually go over into the demo image as well. So as we speak with the prospect, we can, as we learn their priorities, we can bring the demo back to their priorities. So maybe they want to manage growth, control costs, increase margin. We can control those. We have goals on the demo, and so we can put in what our goals are here. We also keep track of the name of the prospect and the prospect name, the person that we're dealing with. And that enables us to send a mail and have a personal touch point. So over here in the light blue boxes I have the personas, and I've selected persona 1, and this will send an email based on the items that we select in here, so that they can view this as recorded content, either as video or as DemoMate tutorial, or as a demo script. We also will send a quick introduction about ourselves and a V-card, and then we'll create an appointment for them a few days out with one of our consultants. We also have the ability to select some case studies. These are just URL addressable, so it could be case studies on your site, your own case studies, or Microsoft case studies. So we've gone through, we've selected, we've filled out our priorities, and I can just push this over into Dynamics GP and start the whole process working. I do want to cover one quick little thing. This is going to send that over to Dynamics GP for real time into the image, but we also have a library. So I'm going to also update this library. Here's the DemoMate library. So each of the items that we selected in the selector are reflected over here inside of the library. So we will create a DemoMate that is the identical mirror to the demo that we build real time in the image, and we'll adjust that automatically in the tool when we export it. So I'm going to exit the library here, and then we'll come back in and we'll notice that the items that we selected are only in the new DemoMate. So let's exit that. So I'm now ready to push this over into GP. So this is the pre-sales workbench. I'll review the sales workbench later, but this has the integration as we just discussed turned on. So it's going to prompt me for the name, and I'm just going to say, "Hey Charlie," and that just took it from the spreadsheet. And it's going to ask me for a time for an appointment out in the future. So I'm going to look 3 business days out and just put a time out there. I'll just select 11 o'clock. And this will send an appointment in the mail as well as my V-card as attachments. And the goal of this is to immediately schedule some time with one of our consultants so that we can talk with the prospect and the prospect's team. So this will actually just push all of that over into Dynamics GP. I'm going to exit. You notice we just got mail. I'm going to revert over to that once I show you what happens in GP. I'm going to launch Dynamics GP right now, and we'll see those shortcuts have come over automatically from the tool. Alright, so we notice that we've populated the shortcuts bar. We've also brought over those priorities that we saw on the spreadsheet. So this is just a little pop-up window. We learned from speaking with the prospect, they're trying to manage their growth, control their costs. And then it's always a good idea to set the goals of what you want to get accomplished in the demo. So our goals for today are maybe showcase the power of our platform, get them thinking, about the broader solution that we offer, and make sure they're making a good decision. So I'm going to exit this, and I want to go over it, and I'm going to open up the DemoMate. So that was the live code inside the image. I want to see how that's reflected as well in my DemoMate. So this is the DemoMate that we configured automatically. Alright, notice that that library has now been updated to reflect only the demos that we requested in the selector. So we could now share out this same demo on a USB drive. We could send this over for a tutorial and share this out on the web as a tutorial, specifically to the items that we selected in the selector. Now let's go over and look at the mail that we just got. So you notice this is a mail. Dear Charlie, thanks for your time today. I've created a personalized on-demand demo with demo script for your team to review based on the conversation. Notice the first thing I have here is a personal message from John Dooley 1. So that was persona 1. I've also got my V-card here. That came in the attachment. So you can put your own V-card in here. So here's the V-card for persona 1. I also have created that appointment as well as an attachment in an ICS, Internet Calendar format. And this basically, is an appointment in the future, a few days out in the future, to speak with one of our consultants. And what I want to do is put that on the calendar right away to make sure that we're responsive to answering their questions. And you notice this comes in from the persona one. And down in the body of the mail, I've added in a link to the trial. So you notice this is actually pointing over to our intro demo that's over on Demo Showcase site. So this is the click-through trial experience from DemoMate. And I have an overview, and I have the quick financials, and then the manufacturing demo. As well, I have a demo script. Some people might want to just look at the demo script, so we make that available as well on the web through our URL address. And then here's a video that we've created that if you want to just walk through. So this is essentially a playlist of the things that we wanted to cover, to show them that they've requested. And we want to be able to offer them maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes worth of content that's broken up into smaller chunks. As well, they can share this with other people within their organization. You notice on the bottom in here, we've also added in some case studies. So we'd say, hey, I just want to do a general case study, and then an integration case study. And you as well can control what the URL links that they can go and review. So the goal of this is to just have a single dynamic mail that was one set of consistent views from live demo all the way through a tutorial, DemoMate, and a video experience with a personal touch between the introduction of yourself, people buy from people, and being very responsive and making sure to get the right information in a timely way.